All right, we will go ahead and call this session, Jackson County Board of Education to order. We want to welcome Mr. Chris Knight here. He's going to be our board member in District 2. We had a meeting, what day was it? Monday? Friday. And he was appointed to fill Mr. Yant's remaining portion of his term. So we're glad that Mr. Knight is with us. So we typically, as most of you know who have been to a meeting, we always start our session off with a time of silent reflection or silent prayer for the things that are going on in our system, in our state, county, in our nation. So we have a lot of business here before us today. So we always appreciate your thoughts and prayers as we take care of the business of this board. So we always welcome those, not just on meeting days, but every other day. So just floating that out there for you to remember us always. And if you will bow with me for a moment of silence or prayer, please. Thank you. The first item is to consider a motion to approve this agenda as it is presented.
I make that motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion of the agenda? Then we'll move to a vote to approve the agenda. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes. So the agenda has been approved. Under general business, we have to consider a motion for any corrections, additions, or deletions to the May 10th, 2019 work session minutes, the May 13th, 2019 work session minutes, the May 15th board meeting minutes, and the May 22nd, 19 work session minutes. Under general business. That's right here. Yeah. I'll make that motion to approve those minutes. Is there a second?
I second.
All right, I'm going to second that. Any discussion on the minutes? Then no discussion. Then we'll move to a vote to approve those minutes that were mentioned. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight, you?
Abstain. Yeah.
Mr. Knight's going to abstain because he is first day on the job here. Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, so that motion carries and those minutes are approved. B, consider a motion to approve the financial statements for April 2019. Those are attached. The total payroll expenditures were $3,720,219.60, and the total non-payroll expenditures $917,285.59.
I make the motion to approve the financials for April.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion?
Did we get a copy of that? Is that in there? It says attached. Where's that at? Where is it?
Mr. Foreman has had a copy. I emailed them y'all about the middle of May.
Okay.
Here's the.
And the check register too, in the middle of May?
Mr. West, you want to see these?
No, if it's on her iPad, I got it.
Okay, that should be.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of people don't realize what our payroll runs per month, but it's tremendous. Any other questions? Then we'll move to vote on those financial statements. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Abstain.
Mr. Knight's going to abstain because of his absence. Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes. So that has been approved. Thank you, Mr. Middleton, for that. I think Mr. Middleton's in here. There he is. C, consider a motion to approve the child nutrition beverage bid to Coca-Cola in the amount of $12.05 per case or 55 cents per unit for the 2019-2020 school year.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, seconds that. Any discussion? No discussion. We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. D, consider a motion to approve the deletion of the fixed assets supplemental inventory, and that was also emailed to us. So most of the stuff that we catch on that is going to be obsolete or broken, and so we have to get those off our inventory. Do we have a motion to approve those that were sent to us?
I make that motion.
Dr. Guess makes motions. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, so we'll second that. Any discussion? No discussion, then we'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. Consider a motion to approve the updated board policy. We've been in this process for a little bit. Had a board policy that was proposed, and we had that policy on the table, and it laid. We made some changes, went through each section of that piece by piece, and made some recommendations, and those were corrected. I think those changes that we made to what was presented to us to begin with were cosmetic. So, Mr. Porter, I think it's appropriate to vote on that policy.
Yes, for the changes that I've seen that you made, they would be considered administrative or cosmetic, as you said, and would not require laying on the table again.
Okay.
So this motion is not to approve the updates, it's to approve the board policy, right?
Board.
It says updates. Updated board policy. We're gonna approve the board policy.
Yes.
Yes, sir. With the updates that we made through our work sessions. So we have new policy with the updates. That's what this motion is. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guess seconds that. Any discussion? And we'll move to a vote. Mr. West?
No.
Mr. West votes no. Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, that motion carries, and that policy has been updated and approved. F, consider a motion to approve the student handbook for the 2019-2020 school year.
Make that motion.
I guess makes motions. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. G, consider a motion to approve the following overnight field trips. So we have two, and if it's okay with everybody, we'll approve those together. We have Pisgah boys basketball is going to go to Pigeon Forge, and Pisgah girls basketball is going to go the other direction, then Orlando, both in December. We have a motion to approve those two field trips, those two overnight trips.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes motions. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. West seconds that. Any discussion? And we'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. Under personnel actions, under leaves, consider a motion to approve the family medical leave for Melissa Walmack from April the 18th, 2019 to May 20th, 2019. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. West seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. Under resignations, A, consider a motion to accept the resignation of Angela Bain as a 25% teacher at North Jackson High School effective May the 24th.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, second. Is that any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. B, consider a motion to approve the resignation of Ron Kennemer as a 4-hour custodian at Stevenson Middle School, effective May the 24th.
I'll make that motion.
And I second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. C, consider a motion to accept the resignation of Michelle Mosley as a countywide special ed services teacher effective July the 1st, 2019. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Matthew seconds that. Any discussion? We shall vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. D, consider a motion to accept the resignation of Elizabeth Tyler Williams as a teacher at Skyline High School effective June the 26th, 2019.
Make that motion.
Dr. Guess makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, second that. Any discussion? No discussion. We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. Retirements. Consider a motion to, this is A, consider a motion to approve the retirement of Tracy Vest, a teacher at Northside Mountain High School effective June the 1st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Matthews makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I guess seconds that. Any discussion? No discussion. We'll move to a vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
And sorry, say Mr. Gorman is a yes, and I'm voting yes. Just on note, Mr. Vest, Tracy Vest was also coach there, so those duties are also resigned. B, consider a motion to approve the retirement of Diane Smith, a countywide school bus driver effective July the 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, second. That. Any discussion? And we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. Transfers. A, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Billy Duncan, a teacher at Pisgah High School, to a teacher at North Sand Mountain High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Matthews makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, second. That. Any discussion? No discussion. Then we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. B, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Nikki Black, teacher at Bridgeport Middle School, to a teacher at Hollywood School effective August the 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I guess second that. Any discussion? Just a question. This is as a regular teacher, correct?
Correct.
Okay. No other questions. We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. C, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Macy Matchin from instructional aide to special ed teacher at Hollywood School effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I guess second. Any discussion? No discussion. We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes, motion carries. D, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Rebecca Kluwer from a teacher at Stevenson Elementary School to a special education services teacher at Dutton School effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, second. So any discussion? We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, that motion carries. E, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Deanna West from a teacher at Woodville High School to a teacher at Skyline High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
All right. Mr. Knight broke the ice. It's his first one. He made the motion. We have a second.
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? And we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. F, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Courtney Hales from a teacher at Dutton School to a teacher at Skyline High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
All right. Mr. Knight makes that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, second. Is that any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. G, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Miranda Lambert from a countywide Indian Ed instructor to math teacher at North Jackson High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Matthew makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guess seconds that. Any discussion? Then we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. H, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Ashley Lee from a teacher at North Jackson High School to assistant principal at North Jackson High School effective August the 1st. That's pending the receipt of her certification.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. Dr. Guest, if you'll take this one.
Consider a motion to approve the transfer of Doug Haynes from principal at Rosalie School to principal at Section High School effective July 1st, 2019.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Knight seconds that.
Discussion.
Yeah. Any
Any
discussion?
discussion?
I and J goes together. What happened? I don't know if we can ask this or not, but what happens to their salaries?
Their salaries will change.
Will it change? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any further discussion? If not, we'll call for the vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
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 And I vote yes, so that's it.
Yep. I abstain. So that motion carries, Dr. Guest, right?
Motion carries.
All right,
You
that's
want-
an aye.
You can take it over now and do it right.
You did it right. You did fine. J, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Gene Roberts from principal at Sexton High School to the principal at Rosalie School effective July the 1st.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. I'll second that motion. Is there any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. K, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Keisha Lyons from a teacher at Stevenson Middle School to elementary teacher at Sexton High School effective August the 1st.
I make that motion.
That makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. L, consider a motion to approve the transfer of Cindy Woodall from a teacher at Woodville High School to counselor at Sexton High School effective July the 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews makes a second. Is there any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. Under employee, consider a motion to employ Jeremiah Haynes as a teacher, varsity girls basketball coach at North Sand Mountain effective August the 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews makes a second. Any discussion? And we'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. B, consider a motion to employ Robin Starkey as a technical school bus driver for Pisgah High School effective August the 1st, 2019. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Motion carries. C, consider a motion to employ Jordan Shores as an IT helper pending background clearance effective July the 1st, 2019. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. D, consider a motion to employ Cody Brown as a principal at Stevenson Elementary School effective July the 1st.
Make that motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Yes, second. Is there any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. E, consider a motion to employ Matt Hill as a countywide school bus driver effective August 1st.
I make that motion.
Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? And we'll move to a vote. Mr. West?
Start at the other end, come this way.
Okay. Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Get me go?
Yeah.
I say yes. Mr. West?
Yes.
Motion carries. F, consider a motion to employ Jessica Elrod as an 8-hour custodian at Flat Rock School effective August the 1st, 2019.
I make the motion.
Matthew makes a motion. Is there a second?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
Oh, Mr. Knight's going to second that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. G, consider a motion to employ Ricky Treese as a building construction instructor at Epcot effective August the 1st, 2019. I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Matthews, second. Any discussion?
Could we have some explanation on what the experience has to be for this job, Mr. Duke?
Mr. Duke, do you want to refer to?
Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright handled the interview process on
The
these.
next three is pertaining to tech school, I'm thinking, but you could answer all three of them at one time.
The required experience is a combination of work experience and education. That's per state department requirements. The requirements for they participate, complete new teacher training through Alabama CTE, pass basic skills test, and become, earn a B certification in a period of 2 years.
Can you be more specific in how many hours they have to have a year experience before the board can?
With zero post-secondary education, they have to have 7 years' experience in the last 10. With a bachelor or with an associate's degree, they have to have 3 years' work experience in the last 10. And with a bachelor's degree, they have to have 1 year work experience in the last 10.
In that field,
In trade, yes.
in trade? You sure that's the qualification?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Porter, do you know what the qualifications are for that?
It's on state law website. Review.
It's where now?
State department website.
Why did you not have that in the job description then? It's in there.
I didn't write the job description for the positions, is what was on file.
You didn't write the job description for it. So this is a state job description.
I think he's got good enough explanation.
Yeah, is that the job description?
Jackson County job description. It's the only one that Jackson County has for instructor.
Any other questions? Okay, we have a motion and a second. We'll move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. West votes yes. Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Yes?
Yes.
Myself as a yes, motion carries. H, consider a motion to employ Lucas Pope as a masonry instructor at Epcot effective August the 1st, 2019. I'll make a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Matthew seconds that. Any discussion?
Now, same question here, same qualifications, right?
Yeah.
You have to have how many hours training in the field now?
7 years in the past 10 years with no post-secondary education. 3 years in the past 10 years with an associate degree, and 1 year in the past 10 years with a bachelor's degree. It's a combination of work experience and education.
And the bachelor degree don't have to be in that field.
No, it all has to be in a related field.
It has to be in a related field.
Yes, if that was,
So what is the punishment if can the board be sued if that's not, if he can't pass that qualification? The board can't be sued?
I'm not gonna say you.
Can somebody sue the board if we hire somebody that don't meet those certification?
Mr. Porter, you gonna fill that one?
Mr. West, there's no reason for the board to be sued if they don't qualify. They would just be disqualified if they're not qualified, then they're unqualified, they can be removed. But there's no reason that I can think of for anybody to won't sue the board because of that. There's no liability of.
I understand your reasoning there, because you're lawyer. But our superintendent signs and sends it to Montgomery that these people are qualified and certified for that position. And if that's not so, any person in Jackson County can sue the Board of Education.
Well,
Don't shake your head, Mr. Middleton.
Well, I mean, you can sue anybody for anything
Yeah, no.
at any time, I guess.
that's not a true statement, Mr. West.
What
You have to have standing to sue the Board of Education.
you have to have what?
Standing, have a legal standing to sue the Board of Education. And that is a limited, and it's complicated discussion, much more we have tonight, but you have to have legal standing to sue the Board of Education for anything. And so, and that's very limited in what a citizen can sue the board for. So, on the scenario that you presented, I see no standing for a citizen of Jackson County to sue the board for hiring somebody who's not qualified. That's what makes us standing there for that.
Thank you, Mr. Porter, for the explanation. We'll move to vote, Mr. West.
Can we have that put in the minutes?
It's recorded.
Did you put that in the minutes?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. West votes yes. Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. I consider a motion to employ Jeremy Johnson as a welding instructor at Epcot effective August the 1st, 2019.
I'll make that motion.
Matthew makes a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight seconds that, any discussion? Same applies, Mr. Wright. It's same, everything still applies.
Same scenario, if I could add one note to Mr. West's comment. When these teachers are hired, when they're hired by you, they have to go through the certification process to get into that, they don't have to apply to get into the training program, but they have to go through the certification process where the State Department reviews all their qualifications and ultimately determines whether or not they're going to get a certificate.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Wright. We've already had one suit filed in Jackson County, the same situation at the tech school. Mr. Porter was involved in on that, 2012. And there's a number of hours that a person has to have in that trade in order to be qualified for the Board of Education to hire them. And whoever signs a report and sends it in, according to the lawsuit back then, the lawyer said that whoever signs that could lose their teaching certificate if the board is held liable for it.
That's not pending litigation, is it, Mr. Porter?
That's not pending litigation, it was settled, but he went through it. Didn't you, Mr. Porter, go through that suit?
We went through that.
That's right.
That's a simplified version, but we went through that suit.
All right, Mr. Johnson has that, so we're ready for a vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. J, consider a motion to employ Jonathan Parsons as a teacher at Woodville High School effective August the 1st, 2019. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. K, consider a motion to employ Charlie Morris as a teacher at North Jackson High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? We'll move to a vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. AL, consider a motion to employ Stephanie Shelton as a math teacher at North Jackson High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I guess seconds that. Any discussion? Move to vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. M, consider a motion to employ Pat Ott as a pre-K aide at Pisgah High School effective August the 1st.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Knight makes a motion. I'll second that. Any discussion? We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. N, consider a motion to employ Kayla Hammonds as a 50% elementary teacher at Rosalie School effective August the 1st. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
I'll
Second.
Mr. Matthews seconds that. Any discussion? No discussion. We'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. O, consider a motion to employ Tammy Cochran as a 7-hour child nutrition worker at Section High School effective August the 1st. I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Knight seconds that. Any discussion? Vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Guess?
Yes.
Myself is a yes. Motion carries. Dr. Guess, if you'll take the next one.
Consider a motion to employ Clay Gorham as special education services teacher at North Jackson High School effective August 1.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? We'll call for the vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
And I am a yes.
I abstain. So, motion carries. Under contracts, A, consider a motion to approve the contract between the Jackson County Board of Education and Pro Health Therapy Services for 2019-2020 school year. Estimated cost is $55,000. So, this is gonna be,
Same ones we had last year.
yeah, is it physical?
Same thing, yeah.
Physical?
I think.
Physical therapy is 20 acres. This is occupational.
Occupation,
yeah, yeah.
okay. All right, OT.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes that motion, second.
Second.
Dr. Guest seconds that. Any discussion? I probably jumped ahead, but this is OT.
We don't have to bid that out.
No, just professional services.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that, Mr. Middleton. We'll call for a vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Yes.
Tonight? Get tongue-tied sometimes over here, man. Dr. Guest?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. B, consider a motion to approve the contract between Jackson County Board of Education, there's the next one, Twin Acres Physical Therapy for 2019-2020 school year.
I make the motion.
Matthews makes that motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? None, so we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Yes?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. Under coaching, consider a motion to approve Charles Brown as a non-faculty compensated assistant softball coach for Woodville High School for the 2018-2019 school year.
I make the motion.
Mr. Matthews makes the motion. I'll second that. Is there any discussion? This will be so he can be paid a supplement.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Okay. So we'll vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Dr. Yes?
Yes.
Myself is yes, motion carries. Dr. Yes?
Consider a motion to approve Clay Gorham as assistant football coach for North Jackson High School for the 2019-2020 school year.
I make the motion.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? We'll call for the vote. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
And I am a yes.
I'm staying again for that one. Okay. Under announcements, Mr. Biggs,
We're probably gonna need a meeting the second week in July, if we can. Because which next week, of course, is too soon, and then the third
Yeah.
week, a lot of folks from here, including myself, will be at mega conference.
So I've got 11th or 12th.
Let's go 11th.
Thursday, 11th. Mr. West, you good Thursday, 11th? Oh, good.
Yeah. If we can do it later,
5 o'clock?
can we go 6? You wanna do 6?
I don't care, whenever
Let's
y'all
do
do it, I
6,
can
let's
do
do
it.
6, that way.
Okay. You good?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna say that is gonna be July the 11th. 6 o'clock. Any other announcements?
Is that AM or PM?
I hope it's paid. We jump around though sometimes, unfortunately. All right, July 11th at 6 p.m.
We usually meet at 8, so I ain't
I know. Any other thing else needs to come? Think of?
Is there anything I'm missing, Jenna? Rhonda? You know?
We will, again, probably, hopefully in July, we will have another work session, but probably toward the end of July.
Yeah, we'll
So,
probably have to have 2 meetings in July.
Yeah.
Really, that fourth week right before
Yeah.
August the 1st, we usually have to have another one, so.
if we're lucky, that'll be the last one we have to have before school starts. Okay, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make the motion.
Matthew makes a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Mr. Knight seconds that. Any discussion? We'll move to adjourn. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Knight?
Yes.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Myself, yes, motion carries. We are adjourned.